All right, we're getting towards the end. We have an international speaker from Greece this time. Ioannis Karalis, he's the founder and CEO of Netsteps. Netsteps was founded 2013 in Greece and specializes in consultancy, implementation, and marketing for e-commerce projects. Before that, he studied physics at the University of Athens and completed his first year of postgraduate studies at Athens Information Technology Institute. Then he had something better to do, and he started working on IT projects on the web. And before that, Ioannis has also worked in the educational sector. He taught computer science and programming, and then he worked for the Singular Logic PCS company on the implementation of projects for the banking sector. So he has quite some experience. And today, a very useful topic. He will tell us how to get started with business intelligence and how to increase your revenue using your own data. So I guess put your hands together for Ioannis.
Okay, thanks for the introduction. I'm very glad to be here among all these people, all these great professional speakers. And we are going to talk about business intelligence. How many of you are merchants, or how many of you working for any shop? Okay, great. Okay. We will talk about business intelligence. Business intelligence is a methodology where we extract valuable data from our database, and we use this in order to understand more our customers, more our products, and we use this to create more sophisticated campaigns. Okay. Does anybody know here what is their customer lifetime value? Does anybody know how much they earn just for one customer? This is a very important question that you have to answer in order to evaluate how successful your business is. What is the time between orders of your loyal customers? After which order a customer of you becomes loyal? After which order you know that this customer will be a repeating customer? Which of your customers are coupon lovers? Which of your customer likes offers? Okay. So I think that there are some, let's go through some basic terminology. It's straightforward, but just to be sure that we're on the same page, let's see what CPA means. It's cost per acquisition. It's how much we pay in a marketing channel in order just to acquire one customer. What is the CLV? CLV is the customer lifetime value. It's how much we earn from one customer in his entire lifetime in our shop. Keep in mind this because it's the most important KPI that you have to measure in your e-shop. What is the average order value? I think it's straightforward what this means. ROAS, it's the return on advertisement spending. Assume that you give to Facebook, let's say, something around 100 euros. How much money you get back from that? This is the return on advertisement spending. Profit, this is, I think you all know that. Also very important, time to market. Time to market is the time you need in order to execute an idea. Sometimes we keep on designing ideas, developing ideas, but the time to market is too long, and we lose a lot of money because we're not fast, we're not agile. So, in order to understand better why we need customer lifetime value, I created this example, but it has a bit mathematics, but I think it's quite easy. Assume that we have that horizontal axis with the CPAs, and we have cost per acquisitions from 0.5 euros to 50 euros. Okay. And in the vertical axis, we have the return on advertisement spending. It's easy to understand that when you have very low-cost CPAs, your return on advertisement spending rate goes very high. But the point is how much it costs you to create very low CPAs. Many merchants go through marketing strategies of discounts, coupons, offer, and they keep lowering their profit margins in order to acquire more customers. If we see in the vertical axis profit, we will see that when the CPA goes very low, then your profit hits the ground. And of course it hits the ground because in order to acquire more customers, you did a lot of offers. In fact, you have to find what is the cost per acquisition that you have to get in order to maximize your profit. So you don't need very low cost per acquisitions. Of course, you need to do strategies like discount, coupons, and stuff like that, but this doesn't have to be your main strategy, okay? Let's go through another example, very interesting. We have two campaigns. The first campaign has a CPA of 3 euros. It means that I spend 3 euros in order to acquire one customer. And the second campaign, it costs you 6 euros in order to acquire one customer. So, and they have the same average order value. Okay, they bought the same things. We have to evaluate which campaign is better. It seems that campaign CPA, it's better. And in terms of CPA, it's true, it's better. We acquire customers with a lower spending. But if we see the customer lifetime value from the first campaign, we see that the second campaign compared to the campaign A, it's 0.5 bigger CLV. And that means that in his lifetime value, campaign A will generate revenue 92, and campaign 2 will generate revenue 112 euros. So the winner is campaign B. We cannot evaluate a campaign just by CPA. We have to see also customer lifetime value. Okay, but the point is, how can we calculate the customer lifetime value of our customers? Well, it's quite simple. We have to just solve a very simple equation. Okay, not. It's much more easier. There are some tools in the market that we call them business intelligence tool. And what they do is they take all the data you have in one single point. They do, let's say, some complicated mathematics, like before, and they produce you graphs, reports, that just with one click, you know the customer lifetime value of your customers. Well, we're a digital commerce agency based in Greece, but we serve customers across Europe, and we work closely with the Magento ecosystem. So we work, and I will present you some slides from Magento Business Intelligence, but of course there are many other tools in the market where you can extract this information. Okay, but Magento BI, if you are on the Magento ecosystem, you have already a Magento ESOP. It's very easy to integrate it and get the reports very easily. Business intelligence tools can easily integrate with your ESOP. Even if it's not Magento, Magento Business Intelligence can integrate. It integrates your data with Google Analytics, with Google AdWords, with Facebook AdWords, and the cutting-edge technology of Excel and CSV files. So, having all this data together, you can extract just with one click valuable data. Okay, I prepared this graph for one customer we have in Greece. We calculated the customer lifetime value per acquisition source. And we saw that Google produced more valuable customers than Facebook did. Okay, in that customers, assuming that we have certain campaigns here. Okay, so maybe Google have higher CPAs but it maybe generate us more loyal customers. So we generate bigger revenue from Google compared to Facebook. This doesn't mean that we don't need Facebook. And this doesn't mean that in our customer we have that situation. Maybe in another customer, Facebook generates more loyal customers. Or the campaigns we executed we ran in Facebook was not so dedicated to get loyal customers. And this, you can take this with just one click, okay? Time between orders. What is the time between the first and the second order of your customers? If you know that, you can really create and schedule more sophisticated email campaigns. You know that, okay, this is the average and this is the median. Median means the most of our users did a second order in, let's say, 15 days in that e-shop. If you know that information, you can create a marketing email campaign just 3 days before and activate these users, or 3 days after, and activate them to repurchase. Okay, what is the time between orders from the third to the fourth? You see that when a customer becomes loyal, he keeps purchasing for you more often. Okay, what is the list of your coupon lovers? This tool can extract you a list with your customers that are more likely to purchase from you with a coupon. So get this list, create a marketing campaign, upload this list to Facebook and create an audience in order to remarket, to do retargeting on these customers and send them a coupon. Okay. A very important thing, new vs repeat revenue. You have this by one click, okay? At the very beginning of the e-shop life, you only have new customers, which are the expensive customers. But as your business grows, repeat revenue has to be increased. And if this doesn't happen, then you have to rethink your marketing strategy, or maybe you have to reevaluate your entire business plan. So you always have to keep track of that. All the marketing channels are expensive. They will give you, let's say, an expensive cost a customer, but you have to retain him. So I would like to summarize all this about the business intelligence tools. It's a great tool to learn from your data. I see many merchants, many big companies, that they don't know which is the customer lifetime value. And without knowing that, they cannot really evaluate all the marketing campaigns they do. It will inspire you to develop new strategy. If you know that your customers have high probability to purchase from the third to the fourth order, then you will create a marketing strategy in order to push your customers to buy in a certain period. And of course, it will answer you, it will give you answers to major questions that you don't have at the moment. So it sounds, let's say, something big. It sounds something very important, but it's not expensive. Okay, that's what I want to show you today. As I already told you, there are many business intelligence tools. Magento BI starts at $100 per month, okay? And it generates you 75 pre-built reports. Of course, you can write your own reports, but this needs you need to know the platform good, very good. So it has 75 pre-built reports. You can take all these answers, you can keep tracking them, and just for $100 per week. So you can find other tools, but keep in mind that you have to find a tool with pre-built reports, pre-built information, in order to be easy to get these results for your e-shop. So With that, let me introduce you my colleague Thanos Dimitriou, which he's going to explain you how we used all this in order to develop a new product, a new methodology in our company. Thanos?
Hello?
Thanks.
Hello? Hi. Thank you, Yanni. Can I have the Yanni?
Sorry.
Thank you. How this works? Yep. So, hi, I'm Thanos Dimitriou. Very glad to be here and address this audience. Thanks for the opportunity. Now, in every shop, we gather lots of data that we need to find a way to address all this data and make it work for us and get a value out of it. So what we did in Netsteps is that we found a way to get the data from the business intelligence unit and feed it to our campaigns. What most of campaigns do is get a banner and some pricing in the Facebook or Google AdWords advertising and present the product and present the pricing or some kind of offer. But it usually runs in a generic mode and not in a smart or intuitive way. What we did is we created a way to get this information from the business intelligence, make a visual layer on the banners of the campaigns, and then we send the relevant banner to the relevant audience. Let me give you an example of this. We named it Netro. It comes from Netsteps retargeting optimization. And let's look at an example in order to understand more. So this is a standard campaign that runs in Instagram, or it can be the same for Facebook or Google AdWords. So we have this product and no information on it, just whatever we are willing to write in the copyright of the advertising. For a beginning, we can put the branding on top of the image that gives more brand awareness, and it all happens dynamically and automatically. We can present information that we derive from our system. For example, we say here 100% cotton, and we present this advertising to an audience that this means something to them, that this has some value. And how do we know that this has value to the targeted audience? We know this from the smart and business intelligence data that we have already analyzed. And we know that this segment of our audience gives priority, according to their shopping habits, to this asset. So this is what we present to them. Another audience might be price sensitive, or they're looking for an opportunity to see a price reduction. So for this audience, the same advertising has this overlay on the image, and this all happens automatically. Again, we have, for coupon lovers, the same image. We apply a different visual on top of the image, and this can run in Facebook, and can run in Google AdWords, and we only need your XML file from that you already produce for your campaigns, and we do our own magic on that, and we can run all this advertising simultaneously to segmented audience that it really means something to them. We have seen tremendous results by running this kind of campaigns in our market for our customers. We have seen significant increase of value to the customer lifetime value. We have seen higher conversion rates. There are no design costs, because usually you employ a designer to make different banners for different audience. No need here. You only have the banner that you have on your eShop, and we do the rest. We have noticed lower cost per acquisitions, up to 60% in some cases. This is significant. If you put this into perspective and into value, you have huge gains out of this. We've seen that business intelligence can help you build your tailor-made campaigns. What we did is also the results for our own from Netro is that we've seen shorter launch time for campaigns. We have seen better margins for the sales. And of course, we leverage the powers of knowledge, and we provide unparalleled user experience to our target audience. How we did it? We just looked at our e-commerce data, which is the most valuable data asset that we have. We started thinking of how we could develop customer-centric strategy by utilizing this data, this valuable information, and feed it back into our digital marketing machine. And of course, if you can't measure it, you can't fix it. So we keep measuring, and we keep adjusting for certain KPIs. What we need, if you see this slide, the lack of strategy is the most important barrier in your digital marketing campaign. So you need to have strategy, and in order to have strategy, you need to have knowledge, and you have knowledge from your own data. So probably you're not utilizing your own data as much as you should. Clearly, we have enough tools in our disposal. Everyone, I think this is terrifying. And what we need is a way to use what we need for our own purpose. So we need strategy and execution. And to be more precise, we need the customer-centric mindset. So this data provides you these tools, and you can be better at what you do, and we can help you with that. You also need a partner that is agile, that minimizes the time from conception to execution. And this all can happen through a solid e-commerce platform like Magento. It's the one we use. So our proposition is to be agile. Utilize marketing and technology for your own sake. And let me close, and I'll give you a bit, 2 slides for Netsteps, our company. We're in the international digital commerce agency. We have customers in Greece, of course, Italy, Germany, and Belgium. We have vast experience in B2B and B2C projects. We have experience in fashion, beauty, home, pharmacy, books. And we bring you the value of Magento ecosystem. We're business partners with Magento, with .mailer, a very good e-commerce automation platform, Akinio, a PIM solution, and these are our contact details. I will be glad to answer to any questions you might have. Thank you for listening.